So go ahead and show the picture of, the first bird that showed up.
Yeah.
And the name that
brown-headed cowbird.
And then the next bird that showed up
was a house finch and California towhee.
And one more.
And we're back to California towhee, house finch.
Right. So do those look like the same bird to you?
That's, I think, the same bird.
If I could get a Tilly who has a background in, oh boy.
Aviation.
What? Yep, let's go home. Welcome back to Wild Till 9. I have a overly caffeinated LaurDIY with me today.
I'm so caffeinated, it's crazy. I wanted to do this. Okay, so here's what happened is that I've been buying just like bottled iced coffee and adding creamer to it at home. And I was kind of feeling it wasn't doing anything. I was like, I just feel like I'm like, yes, it tastes good, but I don't feel like it's caffeinating me. So then from a coffee shop, I brought home a similar product of an iced coffee variety. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna make the exact same amount, like the same quantity with the same creamer. And let me just tell you, the caffeine content is not the same. So I'm feeling cracked at a 1:54 p.m. on a Monday afternoon.
I feel like I've always felt that different types of caffeine impact me differently.
100%.
But isn't it just like regular iced coffee, not even cold brew?
Is it? Well, that's what I thought. I was like, how different can an iced coffee be? But I think whatever they're putting in it for the grocery store, oh my God, this dog is going to yeet himself off of the couch. Wow.
Diggy, please be
Everyone,
careful.
Oh God.
Diggy.
He basically has to beat the shit out of a Squishmallow for like 5 minutes and bounce up and down a few times. And so video watchers, you're in for a treat right now. Oh my God, his butthole is directly on me. Dear God, what a start to the podcast.
His butthole is on everything in this house. Just let him be. He's going to figure it out.
This is great. He's going to figure it out, yeah.
Well, anyway, welcome back.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I really hope that I sleep tonight because this is a little bit later than I would normally drink caffeine.
So you are running into the issue that caused me to switch over years ago. I don't do it as much anymore to those caffeine pills.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I know exactly how much caffeine and how that caffeine typically impacts me is in each one.
No, but I also feel like if that's 200, is that 200 milligrams or 100?
You can do 100, you can do 200.
100. Okay, so like
200 because I'm dead inside.
200, but an Alani Nu or a Celsius
Not
is
real.
also 200 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, but like I know that like that caffeine
is going to affect you a certain way.
It felt real to me anyway. And like it's got like theanine coated in it.
Right.
Whatever that does, not sure. Point is, I know that like that one gives me the same more or less impact every time. And I'm wondering like, is this batch better than the last one?
Right. Is this coffee brewed stronger?
Right.
Yeah, so anyways, I'm cracked and it's going to be a great episode.
I can't wait.
Our guest next week, I am so excited for. We have Jen Tran, who is the first Asian American lead of any Bachelor Nation season.
Yeah.
And I am so hyped. We also saw Deadpool and Wolverine. Focus, Jeremy, focus.
Hey, come here. Come to your favorite parent.
I have the Squishmallow.
Sorry. Okay, go
He's
ahead.
with his favorite parent already. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
And so we went to go see Deadpool and Wolverine this week, which was also a crossover hosted by Jen Tran of The Bachelorette. Wow, you traitor.
Hey, sweet boy.
You traitor, Dicko.
Hey.
Just me and this empty Squishmallow bed on this side now. I'm devastated.
Loved Deadpool. No spoilers. Greatest movie that I've seen in a long time. Love every moment of it.
That will be the best movie that we see, I think, all year.
I mean, it's crushing like rated R like records. Yeah, fuck them.
Did you just punch the fuck into the microphone?
I loved it. Yeah, it was such a weird crossover, but then I guess Disney, ABC.
ABC, yeah. No, but I am the demographic of the crossover. So
You
it's
are.
like, I really am
It's
like
got all your favorite things. Ryan Reynolds,
Ryan Reynolds.
your sailor mouth filled comedy,
Yeah.
and reality television.
And reality television.
All packaged into one.
All packaged in one.
We almost had to sit apart, which would have been maybe the end of the world.
Definitely.
Yeah, because Lauren doesn't compute when people don't want to get up and let us sit together. She almost cried someone to death, and I do mean that, cried someone to death on a plane once, which was adorable. Someone just told her, no, I'm going to sit here. I'm not going to move for you and your little boyfriend over there to sit together. And she just did this.
Oh. I literally looked like the
and stared through him.
the guinea pig from Bedtime Stories who's like about to cry. I think who is actually voiced by Adam Sandler. So that doesn't quite fit the bill. But anyway,
Needless
also
to say.
just an update for the audio listeners. Diggo is back with his favorite parent.
45 seconds later, that guy also gave up. He said, okay, this is pathetic. Sit
But
by
I
her.
do want to be so clear. Because I know there's a lot of controversy around asking people to switch seats on an airplane. I would never ask someone to switch different types of seats because I'm someone who's an aisle booker because I'm a frequent peer. And if someone asked me if they were like, hey, could I sit with my significant other and you can have this window seat? I'm like, I'm so sorry, but no, like I want the aisle seat. Like I purposely booked the aisle seat, especially like, okay, we've got to go. Oh God. He's going to figure out. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. But like, I just don't think that like, I think that people like one, you should log on and book your seats. And I think that you shouldn't have to like, I just don't think it's fair to ask people to switch if you all had the equal opportunity to book seats and you just didn't.
Yeah, and then kids also shouldn't fly till they're 30. Next topic.
Okay. Anyways.
No, I'm with you. And also the audacity to ask somebody and blatantly not realizing that like, hey, do you mind switching with my spot that's right next to the bathroom over here?
Yeah. But like if I'm switching one row and they're both window seats or they're both aisle seats.
Diggler,
Hello?
what did you think was the problem?
So all that to say, I think like a row to row difference, but same seat swap is okay if you're traveling by yourself to ask. And you know what? There's no harm, no foul in asking. You know what I mean? What empty? What is it? Empty something don't get fed. What's that saying?
Closed mouths don't get fed. Are you just okay? Hold on. Are you? I swear, Lauren has like a little more caffeine than normal, and like she's starting to quote me now. Like I've heard this earlier today. We were just talking with our producer, and like we were just catching up, and Lauren just got all these quotes to just like pull out of the hat. I'm like, you're just me, caffeinated.
Yeah,
You're becoming
caffeinated.
me.
I know.
High strung, has a saying and an ism for everything that nobody
Eyeballs
asked
are just
for.
rolling in my head right now. Oh my God.
You should try drugs. You'd love them.
Oh my God. Anyways, Jen's coming on next week and I'm so excited.
I'm excited too.
I'm so
Lauren is indoctrinating me into Bachelorette Nation.
Jeremy's gonna watch his first episode of The Bachelorette in preparation.
Is it all Bachelor Nation or is there Bachelorette and Bachelor Nation?
No. So, it's Bachelor Nation, which is one land.
Right.
And within the one
One
land,
band, one sound.
we have Bachelor and Bachelorette.
Yes.
I don't know what that joke was. I'm so sorry.
I
I know.
There's going to be
I'm sure that hit for someone and was
gonna be
so
so
funny for
excited about
someone.
that.
Yeah. I don't even know. I'm so
Fine.
sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
not even going to explain.
Sure. Okay. So there's Bachelor and Bachelorette. And typically they will take someone from like the top 6 or
Right.
so contestants from like the preceding season and make them the Bachelor.
It's one hell of an audition for the next show.
Oh, totally. Right. And then you also have like some kind of emotional attachment towards the person who becomes the
Good, bad, or indifferent.
the lead.
Right.
And so anyways, it's been a great season so far. And
Peter the pilot was on the season before, right?
you were so many years behind. I'm so sorry to tell you.
But I'm not incorrect by saying he was on a previous season.
Peter the Pilot was on a previous season, and then did he become a Bachelor? I can't even remember.
Pilot Pete?
Yeah.
He was the Bachelor.
Was he the Bachelor?
You're like so behind.
Am I?
It was literally just so long ago that I forget.
I don't know why this is insulting somehow.
Yeah, he was the Bachelor.
Yeah, in what year, like 2019? 2020 maybe?
That's not so long ago.
Season 24. But what
And
does that mean?
What does that mean?
What are we on now?
Bachelor
Bachelorette is season 21 right now.
Okay.
I know that in preparation for next week.
Got it.
2020.
Okay.
2020. I was right. Wow. Okay.
That was back when you were young.
So anyways, yeah, that was a little bit ago. So gonna be honest, wasn't my favorite Bachelor.
Got it. Okay.
Gonna be honest.
Well, in other news, you're about to be 31.
yeah, what are you getting me for my birthday? What are we doing?
Oh, so many things to choose from.
So many of our friends are out of town on my actual birthday weekend. So babe, it's just you and me.
Yeah, I am.
Can't wait for a birthday palooza of activities that you're gonna plan for me.
It's going to be similar to our favorite wedding that happened in India not so long ago, or is happening, one of the two.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a month-long spectacle.
Celebration.
Yes. $600 million minimum.
Wow, on my birthday?
Yeah, because you're worth it. You're worth it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I comment below if you have any great ideas for what I should do for Lauren's birthday. Not that it's not already in the works, but if you had great ideas, I could see if I can sprinkle them
Which is
in.
in less than 2 weeks.
Right. I'll figure that out sometime between now and the 12th.
Try again.
Well, the 11th is when it is, so I would need to have figured it out sometime on the 11th, which is before the 12th.
Right. So you'd actually need to figure that out before the 11th, though.
Okay, fine. Sometime between now and before the 11th.
Okay.
Are you feeling good about 31? I know that you don't.
Not feeling good about my birthday plans, if I'm being honest.
I know you're not feeling great about an odd number.
Yeah, I don't feel good about the odd number, but I'm feeling okay.
And did you want to sprinkle any context onto that?
No.
So
not
like
really.
even numbers feel good.
Yes.
Odd numbers don't feel good.
Don't feel as good.
Similarly to how when you go to select
password.
random passwords,
Yeah.
you might refresh how many times? As long as it takes.
5 to 10.
Until the random string of
Feels good. Feels right.
30 different symbols, characters, and capitalizations.
Listen, I'm not here to explain numerology to you. Some of them just feel right and some of them just don't.
No, I
And
get
31 doesn't feel great. That's 2 odd numbers that also make an
Question.
odd number.
If given the opportunity to just bypass 31, go to 32,
Yeah.
would you prefer that?
Do I lose a year off my life though?
Of course.
Oh, then no, I don't want to. It's
Must not feel that bad then.
No, I don't want to lose a whole year of my life.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to lose that year with you either.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't have a hatred towards odd numbered things.
If also I sprang forward 1 year, I would be devastated to know how many gray hairs have popped up since in that 1 year that I fast forwarded.
I will say they've began to develop on you.
Okay, Mr. Blonde speckle bearded man.
Like, my beard has been the same blonde speckles since you've known me. The hair on my head, fortunately, remains brown.
Yeah, I know.
So who were we with the other day? And I was like, they were like, you don't dye at all? And it was like,
Yeah, who was that? I
thank
forget.
you.
Yeah.
It's our buddy in Money. That's who it was. He's like, really? No dye
Yeah, that's right.
at
Yeah,
all? I
no
was like,
dye. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Also, you've got so much hair that it would take a lot of dye, I think, to for the coverage that you would need.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Also, I can't imagine having to redo that as often as I get haircuts.
Yeah, that'd be an every 8-week situation for sure.
Every 8 weeks, my hair would have been grown out by then.
Okay. You're on an every 3-week dye basis then. I'm so sorry to tell you.
No, I'm so sorry to tell you that if I ever need it, it's not going to happen. Touch of gray. Guys can get away with that after the age of 24.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready to look old.
Especially if you still have hair.
Cancel my Botox appointments. I don't need them anymore.
No. We've been in the sun way too much. We should go to the Botox appointments for sure.
Okay. It's fair. We have been in the sun so much lately.
My face and my shoulder color are getting away from each other and I don't know what to do.
My ass cheeks and my lower back they look like they're different, complete cultures.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah. No. I'm really struggling because it doesn't. I want the battle is that wear sunscreen. Obviously, you got to wear sunblock. You have to.
Well,
I don't want to age up like a freaking raisin. Obviously,
age up.
Age like a raisin.
Right.
But my shoulders are also wearing sunscreen, but they're just freaking baking in the sun. And so my face is remaining the same color of my winter skin tone, and my shoulders are very much in their summer era.
Sounds like we need some butthole sunning.
That's an approach. That's an approach. Also, butthole sunning is more for general mood improvement.
Don't have to tell me. I get it. Ew.
You would be the last person who would butthole sun.
There's certain things where it's just
Who would
kill me.
sun the butthole.
Just this is enough for me.
Yeah.
I've had enough.
This is actually a great segue into
Into what?
what?
Into what?
I'm so glad you've asked. I just want to do an OG traditional Q&A.
Love it.
It's been a while since we've checked in. I feel like
I
with
love
the
a Q&A.
Tillies, I love a Q&A. And so anyways, the first question was for you, Jeremy.
How can I help?
In relation to that sunhole, buddy sunhole
Shout out Chris Olsen.
situation. Oh yeah. Are thongs actually comfortable to wear? I can't seem to find a comfy one. That was a question for you.
Butthole thongs?
Well, so if you're wearing a thong, it would in fact touch the butthole.
Like thongs for your feet.
No one's calling them that.
I can't not think of it when I see a sandal with a
You really
toe
call it?
thong.
You
I would never say it out loud, but that's what I'm thinking.
really?
Yeah.
That is so far down in my list of recall words for a flop.
I just think there's something to be said about I just don't know that the little piece of material that goes between those two toes.
Yeah.
It's not for me. I'll do it, but I don't like it.
You do it.
But I don't love it.
Okay.
Anyway, what are you asking me about thongs?
Are thongs actually comfortable to wear?
Why would you ask me this question?
I don't know. I just feel like we talk about this quite often. I feel like you could actually now answer on behalf of me.
Dental floss and my butthole should stay too far distances apart from each other. The fact that like someone can exist their entire day with the friction of a piece of string just gently caressing the inside of one's exit hole makes me want to vomit.
Okay.
But I love it for you and anybody else who enjoys that feeling.
It needs to be the right brand.
Okay.
And like that's like seamless.
And by right brand, is there a specific fabric that's better than others?
I mean, listen, if Skims wants to put a product placement here,
and by here you mean?
I mean. But no, I think the key is finding seamless thongs.
Okay, so no threaded.
No threaded, lumpy, bumpy side walls and shit up in the butthole. That's too much.
Got it.
Seamless.
Okay.
Seamless.
And so that's just like never handmade, always made by a large machine?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you look for the materials that are just made of straight just oil and plastic and try not to put that on your butthole? Because you know, like polyester and some things that are just straight plastic and oil.
Hang on. I think I maybe zoned out for a second and I missed. How did you get to oil and plastic?
So you know, like a lot of our clothes are made from just like straight plastic and oil.
Okay.
I need a yes or no on this.
Is that what polyester is?
I think that there's
polyester is a lot of plastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, I know there's plastics in the fabric, sure.
Right. So like in the same way that you wouldn't want to like lick the side of a plastic bottle incessantly all day, every day, and then like sweat into that and then heat it up and cool it down and keep licking the plastic.
Sure.
I imagine something to be said for a piece of plastic touching your butthole all day while you sweat probably wouldn't be healthy for you.
Probably not. The
So
way that
I'm
I was
asking-
picturing like literally like a sand pail, like a plastic sand bucket from the beach on your butthole
Well,
is what I was picturing.
It was, and then it was probably poorly recycled into a thong that you now have between your cheeks.
I have good news for everyone.
Talk to
You
me.
can buy 100% cotton seamless thongs.
That's what I'm talking about.
So-
There you go.
But are you doing that, or are you introducing plastics to?
There's definitely plastics in my ass.
No.
But I think that thongs are not uncomfortable though. You know what I mean? So like I'm not that picky. Like I could wear a thong with a
I'm
seat.
simply asking if you take a gander at what the actual undies are made of
No. Me?
before you
no.
shove them between your butthole.
No, everything's in my ass. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next question now.
Oh God.
Okay, so we're going on our honeymoon. We're going to Italy in the fall, in
Yes, we are.
September. What are we most excited for?
Italy.
I think that this is going to be a life-changing trip for me.
Talk to me.
I just think that like I've never been, and I think it's going to be one of my favorite places. Like I'm going to love it so much. It's like my favorite cuisine. I love an Aperol Spritz.
You do.
And I love a good view.
I just think that Italy does have a lot of the things that we enjoy here,
Yeah.
but can't get the Italian version of.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
The one thing I'm having trouble with is booking a pasta making class because they're all like 6 to 8 hours, and I don't want to do that for 6 to 8 hours.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I
was picturing like a 1 to 2 hour situation.
like we go in,
3
things are
tops.
ready. All we're really doing is combining Chef Boyardee.
Well, I was thinking maybe like one step more authentic than that.
Like roll some flour around and then like replace my sad
yeah.
excuse for pasta with somebody who has already done it. And
When
then I
my
use theirs.
parents did pasta making in Italy, my dad swapped, I don't know if this is intentional, but he swapped the name tags on my mom's and his.
Yeah.
And my mom's looked like pasta. My dad's looked like
So wait, so
worms that had been beaten.
it was Greg's that like actually looked good?
No, well, yeah, after he switched the name tags.
Got it. Okay. That's a genius move, by the way. Genius move.
And I just foresee that in our future for us as well, too.
I don't know what happened with my motor functions when it comes to the kitchen, but like
it's so crazy.
These don't.
Anything small, it just like, there's just like, your brain just falls off.
I only know how to handle big things, Lauren.
This episode is taking
This episode is so clippable.
A turn. Oh my God.
Next question?
Next question. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Let's talk about self-care for a minute. So we all have those non-negotiables, right? Maybe for you, it's never missing leg day at the gym, or perhaps it's that special morning coffee. For me, or honestly us, for both of us, it is never missing a pickleball session a week. I
At
feel like we
least,
play like
minimum.
3 to 4 days a week at this point.
We don't need to fuel the
I know the pickleball
obsession.
rhetoric of obsession.
Yes.
I know it's not a good look for us. It is not a good look. I really do at this point consider pickleball to be self-care for us because it's something that truly makes us so happy and also helps clear the mind.
When your schedule is packed with kids' activities, big work projects, and more, it's easy to let your priorities slip. Even when we know what makes us happy, it's hard to make time for it. But when you feel like you have no more time for yourself, non-negotiables like therapy are more important than ever.
I have talked about therapy so many times on the podcast. I am such an advocate for therapy in all forms. When life gets especially hectic, it can feel overwhelming. I often find myself caught up in the chaos, and therapy helps ground me, reminding me to take time for the self-care that I need. Therapy also helps you build positive coping skills, set healthy boundaries, and essentially become the best version of yourself. It's about having someone in your corner, helping you navigate through life's ups and downs.
What's great about BetterHelp is that it's all online. You have your sessions from the comfort of your home, making it super convenient and flexible to fit into your busy schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. And if things don't click, you can switch therapists at any time without any additional cost. It's designed to make getting help as easy as possible.
Never skip therapy day. With
Or leg day.
Or leg day. With BetterHelp, visit betterhelp.com/WT9 today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/WT9. What's your favorite podcast to listen to?
Depends what mood I'm in.
Okay, give us your schedule. Do you have a schedule?
Boy.
Mine's Broski Report, which also comes out I think at the exact same time as Wild Til 9.
I feel like I get in moods.
Okay.
And I'll just kind of go from one to the next. So like I've been enjoying the Founders podcast,
Okay.
which is about
Founders.
Yeah.
Tea.
There's a few different tech podcasts. Love Ben Thompson's discography. That's going to be a deep cut.
Okay.
Let's see. What's something that anyone has actually heard of? Okay. I have thoroughly enjoyed listening to many episodes of, Nick from New Girl, but Jake Johnson.
Yeah.
We're here to help. Big fan.
Yeah, big fan. Big fan.
And also, I've also watched a little bit of the Le Morning After show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Lamorne Morris, also from New Girl. I feel like they've done a good job of just having their personality start to shine, which really just reminded me of just how much their characters were themselves to a degree.
Yeah, I think that every time with Schmidt.
Yes, and then I also feel like I'll just find a short of something, and then I'll just go and find that new podcast and listen to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
How about you?
Just Broski Report.
Just Broski.
Just Broski Report.
Okay.
It's because I'm 36 episodes deep into fucking Love Island. I'm literally finally at the finale. I started so late, and then we had Danny with us last week, so I kind of took a break.
Okay.
And now I'm finally finishing the finale. But between Bachelorette, between freaking daily, except for Wednesday's Love Island, oh my God, it is such a time commitment. It is crazy.
Are you ready to finish it off?
Yes, I desperately need to, because then there's also so many podcast episodes because Rob and Leah both went on Call Her Daddy.
Right.
And so I feel like I can't listen to those until I know that, and I kind of know the outcome, obviously, because I'm I'm late. I'm so late. But I want to get through it until I can, and then I can watch all the podcasts.
I feel your pain in so many different ways. Yeah.
Oh. And my other favorite podcast is,
You must love it.
well, I can't remember if it's Therapussy or Therapus.
Therapist.
Therapus. Yeah, I was going to say, I think there's
Me
no
too,
way.
Lauren.
Yeah,
Okay.
Therapus is my other favorite podcast. Therapus and Broski Report are my top two.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Therapus?
Therapus.
Jake Shane.
You know
if
who
you wanna
Jake
come
Shane
on the
is.
podcast.
Oh my God, yeah,
We're
Jake Shane.
here.
I don't even know if I could have Jake Shane on. He's so fucking funny.
Why do I know him?
He's past that puss.
Help me out a little bit more.
I actually don't. I'm actually shocked that you know him.
Me?
No. Jeremy,
That
you
Jeremy
said, why
doesn't.
do I know? I thought he said, why do
Wait,
I
actually,
know?
I think I've seen clips from this.
You've definitely seen clips from him because he gets some crazy guests.
He's
as
friends
well.
with every celebrity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's actually very down to earth, normal, relatable, and just asks funny ass questions.
Yes.
I've seen this.
Yes. Anyway, he's my other favorite podcast.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, maybe this is for you. Can Jeremy tell us more about his previous and current profession, about how he got it with no degree? That's a great question. How you get job with no degree?
How get job? No
How
degree.
get job with 7/8 of a degree?
Zero is the answer. It's funny because I feel like I'm going through this again right now, which is reminding me how I get job with no degree. It's a lifestyle. No, it's I feel like it's a counterintuitive pursuit, but also it's becoming a lot easier today than it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And the big thing is not wasting time trying to hide the fact you don't have a degree. 'Cause
Right.
I used to like obsess over the fact that every single job description prefers not only like did
A
you have a
Harvard
degree, but a degree in this and this and this,
Yeah.
and then your experience. You're just like, okay, great. How do I lie about all these things and hope to God they don't ask? It really comes down to like not wasting time. Like I know for a fact that I am, in comparison to other people's just like straight up resumes, sending them out to the farm and just like hoping that like it gets through any one of like the different filters that like all of these different resumes go through.
Right.
It'll never be me. I have to have a very specific relationship or connection with either the hiring manager, someone on that team,
Right.
or an investor, because then the intro is an easy in for me to be like, I am here to serve a purpose that is unique to what I can do, versus I can fill a role that anybody who went to school to do this one thing can do, which I know
Has
is a
the skill set.
frustrating answer, but it's like the moment I realized, stop trying to both stick out and stick into the general. The moment I realized it would be best not to try and
Blend in.
blend in, but while at the same time sticking out, because that you have to get hired anymore.
Right.
I realized, stop going through the steps that a normal
That everyone else is doing.
Yeah, it was never. In fact, I'm not even sure if I ever got a call back from just like cold submit my resume to a job, see if I get a call. That's just not something that has ever worked for me.
Do you think young professionals have to be on LinkedIn?
Okay, mom.
No, it's a genuine question because like I feel like I think about how many inquiries have come to you through headhunters that have found you through LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And so like, even just thinking about that, I'm like, do you think that young professionals should be
I
on
don't know
LinkedIn?
why you wouldn't have a LinkedIn, whether or
Yeah.
not it's something that you like. To me, I think showing that you have all the free time in the world to become a LinkedIn influencer, a little much.
Right. Unless you're like a career creator or something.
Even beyond that, it's just like I don't know what that platform is going to eventually like do for you.
LinkedIn is a foreign land to me. I don't know anything about it. That's why I asked.
Yeah. But I do think like having a place that can speak for you, whether you're in the room or not,
Ooh, good point.
is
good
important.
Point, good point,
And also
good point.
something that represents a thing that you at least care enough about to like put a piece of information onto the internet that like allows people to then like either go, oh, this is the person I'm talking about, or no, this is
Right.
not the person. Because like
Right.
anytime I feel like someone's under the age of 40 and they're ungoogleable, it's almost weird.
Oh no, I'm like, you're hiding something.
Right.
Like you've obviously been wiped on purpose.
Right. No, I almost like when I can't find anything on
Yeah,
somebody.
no, that's sus as fuck.
And I'm pretty good at finding things if I want to.
Same.
I'm like, what? Like
Same,
this
same,
has to be
same.
intentional.
Yeah. This other question is kind of, I feel like, in the same vein. So what's next for your business? So Wild Till 9, LaurDIY, Jeremy, anything exciting that you're working on?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh God. I didn't know I was going to be tested on my life goals and careers today.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm having I guess a third life crisis, I'd say.
You think you've got 60 more years?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right.
With how modern medicine's going and having some Asian in me, maybe.
Having some Asian in you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm so I think post-wedding, and this is another question too about like asking if a lot of people have like the post-wedding depression because like I was so deep in the planning process and like so involved that
Same,
like when it
same.
was over,
Yeah.
totally. I felt like very empty afterwards because I don't even think it was necessarily like a post-wedding depression because I know that although it was the happiest day of our lives,
Agreed.
it wasn't necessarily that I felt like a post-wedding depression. It was just that I had
Well, now what?
a void of like something to work towards. I just didn't have a goal to work towards.
I mean, you started the planning process 15 months at a time? 18 months?
no. I would say it's about 8 to 9.
Okay.
Maybe 10 actually, because when we went venue, we looked at a venue. Yeah, probably about 10 months. I'd say 10 months is when we looked at venues.
Okay.
So yeah, like working towards a goal for so long and then completing it, I'm like, well, now what?
Now what do I do?
I know what I do. And so I think that I've been trying to figure out what to replace that with. And I think just like on the main channel, I'm having a little bit of paralysis in terms of what I want to do with it. I don't know. It's almost like when you have too many options and like so many possibilities that I'm just like stuck in a land of paralysis and also fearing the algorithm of having to like come back to a channel that I haven't posted on in a long time and not knowing what to make and if I have to stay consistent with it and if I hate the content, well, like how long will this last? And so anyways, I'm having a really fun third life crisis.
Can I ask some questions?
Go ahead.
What is it that keeps you from doing anything on the main channel overall?
I think I don't feel as connected to that audience as I do the vlog channel, because the vlog channel is only 3 years old. And so I feel like everyone who's been with us like on the podcast and on the vlog channel are much more connected like with my current state of self.
Sure.
And like a more accurate representation of like who I am. Whereas a lot of people, you know, I've had the LaurDIY channel for 13 years now or something crazy. So it's like, even if you subscribed 6, 7, 8 years ago, it's like, I'm a totally different person.
Right.
And I feel like it's a very scary expectation to be held to when some of those people aren't accepting of a new version of self that you want to put forth.
Yeah.
And I think also too, the other part of it is like the algorithm is really, really hard. Like I'm not someone who is looking to make a production company, like how Try Guides have evolved into a streamer, or how Mr. Beast and Ryan Trahan are doing like these crazy videos where they'll, you know, do these insane challenges with so much money involved and so many people involved and like so much travel involved. Like I'm gonna be freaking 31. Like I just don't have that kind of energy to like go and stay in every hotel in Disneyland. And also that's not who I am.
But you've never been someone who's, I'm going to go put my body through hell.
Yeah.
And not even think about it because I'm so
Totally.
excited about like what it would unlock for me. At least that's not the person I've ever known.
No.
For.
I don't get a thrill
Right.
from being like, I want to put myself in a coffin for 48 hours and see how that goes for a video.
And like, there's some people who don't have to fake that enthusiasm, and some people who would need to be paid billions of dollars
To do that.
even consider it.
Yeah.
Only because like that's just not something that you've ever felt like is an exciting opportunity, and certainly not something you would want if you were to whatever reason be doing that.
No.
Hey, go ahead and film me while I do this.
Yeah. And so then the other piece of this whole puzzle is that DIYs, which obviously was like my original niche, people want to see the payoff in 36 seconds now.
Right.
It's like what I used to be able to do in 14 to 20 minutes. And people were there for like the process and just like the vibes and it feeling kind of like a FaceTime, like a hangout in the process. Like people want to see that start to finish in a short form, in a TikTok, in a YouTube short, in a reel in 36 seconds now from start to finish.
Get on with it.
Get on with
like
it.
Keep scrolling.
I need to watch 600 other videos today.
Right.
Like, what do you mean? Like, keep going with it. So I think I did the amateur artist series, which was a lot of fun, but like, I don't know if that is something that I want to continue because so much goes into it. It's expensive, it's time intensive, and the algorithm didn't love it because it didn't have the kinds of like titles.
But even that, to pull off a show that requires so many moving parts
Yeah.
on a platform that is somewhat difficult to project or gauge.
Oh my God, you have no idea.
Yeah.
And so obviously you're putting all the money into it up front. And I'm not someone like Mr. Beast who has unlimited funds, you know? So it's like that was like a bigger production thing where it's like if that could live somewhere else, obviously that would be amazing. And if there was funding behind it, but like that's not something that I think is sustainable, like time and money wise.
On that channel.
On that channel,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah, because like there is a place for that on traditional or more linear.
Oh, totally.
Where like
but
the
I
ad
think
inventory
that, like,
is here. You have the audience
Yeah.
that is there for these things already here.
Totally.
They're simply looking for a place to like, hey, for 30 minutes, we know that there are people that are going to be interested in exactly what we have to offer versus everything else.
Exactly. Where it's like on YouTube, there's so many creators now and it's like fighting for your spot in the algorithm. Like just, it requires so much strategy. And I think that takes away from the fun of making something when I started all of this for like creative passion.
Right.
And
Outlet.
now it's such an algorithm and strategy game. And so anyways, I'm sure that I'll find my stride again. And vlogging is vlogging. I enjoy vlogging and I love being able to like share different parts of my life. And I've got a trip to New York. I'm going to San Diego. We're going on the honeymoon. And so like there's lots of fun vlog stuff that is going to be coming up. But I think on the main channel, I'm feeling incredibly lost. Anyways, I would love to talk about you now.
Sounds good. Where do we go? I think I'm not having a crisis as much as I am. I've never been so disappointed in what I feel like is the overall trajectory of like corporate America, or even just like where I feel like I sit or fit into that equation. I just think that we're kind of just coming up on this like weird transition period where we've saw all of our parents and grandparents who sit and talk about the 40 years they spent at insert company here and the pension and the dream that was for the better part of the 20th century, like how people existed. And like that just has not been the case, at least since I've been in the workforce. I have no interest in pretending like I should give the best hours of every single week of my life to a company that like can just get rid of me whenever they'd like to.
Right.
Which is typically the way that these agreements work. And on the flip side of that, I also don't want to work for a company that is so small or so brittle that like at any point in time, it would be foolish for me to give it my best hours of the day and my best, and like, oh, I'm going to really commit to this. So it's difficult also at a time when like technology and like tech in general is going through such a weird hire, fire transition period where it's like, I'm not anybody who's the person that's going to build the dream to be sold. I'm there to sell it. And so for me, it's somewhat a cat and mouse game, finding the right, I feel like, product and company where I feel like I can invest my time into and not have to worry about whether or not it's a good or bad idea to be giving them the best hours of my day. Yet at the same time, not just going for a big name or a big company or a company that looks on paper like they are successful, because oftentimes the bigger the company is and the larger they are and more shareholders they have, the less control they have over just like what it is that exactly that they're doing, investing in, and like prioritizing internally.
Right.
So like, I know I'm a weird hire. I'm always someone who's going to get a job that is very much leaning towards it is a new venture. It is something that has not been sold before. It is something that like is unique and fun and special and has like an excitement around it. Yet there's risk there, and so I don't mind the risk. However, I refuse to participate in a system where it's so incredibly dishonest to either tell yourself that you should believe that like somebody else has your best interest in mind, where at the same time it's difficult for me to do anything with anybody and like work with them on such a close level where I don't feel like I can give them that part of myself like at the same time. It's difficult. It really is two-ended. So like I'm in these conversations with companies where I feel like the product that they're building is meeting the industry at the right time versus trying to like find a legacy or big company that everyone is aware of that looks good on a resume.
Sure.
Did you care about follow the interested, not disinterested? Do you like that? No?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your face looked at me like just like,
Well, I had something to tell you after, but I still, and that popped in my mind. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
okay. What did you want to tell me, Lauren?
No. Okay, wait. Going back to you for a second. I think that all makes a lot of sense, and I think that the days of a 1:54 p.m. daytime podcast recording are going to be far and few.
Yeah.
It's exhausting being me.
No, I
just have to work so hard to.
I can
put
tell there's
normal
something
phrases together.
Yeah, I get it. It's just exploding out of you.
Yeah, exactly. Few and far between.
Yes.
Come fall.
Was that what you needed to say?
No, what I was going to tell you is that there is a mini Squishmallow ornament advent calendar.
Yeah, that's look I saw on your face. That's the look I saw on your face.
I just saw it got advertised the other day and I was like, holy fuck. I was like, I have to do Vlogmas again. A mini Squishmallow ornament advent calendar. Are you fucking kidding? Anyways, so that's so sorry that you could see that memory come to me while you were giving your career speech. I'm so sorry. I did want to share that with you though, and I'm so glad that
Let's go back to you.
We could. No. Back to you.
That's all I have.
What's your Hogwarts house?
Slytherin.
Hufflepuff. No one's surprised.
I mean, I'm upset that people have to ask at this point.
Fave dog.
But I'm a good Slytherin.
And yes, you are, babe.
All right.
Yes, you are.
All right. It's a cusp of Gryffindor, but it would be Slytherin. Let's be honest.
Cusp of Gryffindor.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm Slytherin, Gryffindor Rising, and whatever else.
And sure.
Yeah.
Moon is
cuspy.
the other one.
That's what I said. Moon.
Yeah. Fave dog breed other than a bully.
Well, I have a safe. I have a soft spot in my heart for huskies.
Of course.
But if I were to pick a dog breed I've never owned,
Yeah.
probably golden retriever.
Yeah, we love golden retrievers.
Yeah.
I love a
For the
golden.
obvious reasons.
Yeah, for the obvious reasons.
But they're not very good sometimes.
They're
They're very bad and difficult to train.
I also love a pit bull. I love a staffy. Like all the meaty boys, I'm a big fan of. And then also, I love a dachshund.
Okay.
Not
so meaty.
I love a weenie dog.
Yeah.
I also love an Iggy. I just feel like they're so frail and anxious. And I see myself.
We already have one of those in our house.
I feel like I
You're the
see
Iggy.
a lot of myself in an Iggy.
Yeah.
And they always just wear really cute sweaters. And I'm like, am I an Iggy?
Yeah. I see that.
Yeah. And so anyways, I think that I could really bond with an
Except for
Iggy.
they're really fast and athletic.
I think you're thinking of a greyhound.
Oh, I am.
Iggy's can like zoom, for sure. But
Then
I don't know if I would say athletic would be in their trait category.
You're correct.
Yeah,
You're correct.
Yeah,
yes.
you're thinking of a greyhound.
Yeah.
But and Iggy does kind of look like a mini greyhound. They basically are.
Yeah, I would say like husky number 2, just because of my personal experiences with them.
Sure.
But then retriever.
Retriever. I know. But goddamn, I love a little egghead bully.
They have somehow found a way into my heart.
Whether
Forever.
Yeah, they really crawled in there.
Yeah.
Okay, this one, I feel like this is a question more for you. At your wedding, could you sense the camera, or were you just always serving?
No, in fact, I think you could tell by my face that I was not serving.
Babe, you were serving.
0 things being served.
You were serving.
In fact, that's the thing I love the most about like watching our video back. I'm smiling in a way that reminds me of how I used to smile before I was worried about whether there are cameras or not.
Right. I think our photographers also did a great job of capturing candid moments when we, like, there were definitely times when we're like, okay, we are taking photos right now. Like
Totally.
we are like getting photos.
Which I hate. I don't like it. It's awful. And I'm sure it honestly probably has more to do with the trauma of the fact that like I didn't get a tooth implanted in the front of my mouth until I was 19.
Sure.
So like, I'm sure that there's plenty of smiling trauma that goes into that when you're the only person with braces or a hole that's the size of a plane in the front of your face. But moving on past that, I feel like it's nice to see that under certain circumstances, I can forget that there are 1,000 cameras.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there were definitely, I think there were definitely like photo moments, but I think our photographers did a great job of capturing candid moments where we didn't realize that there were cameras there.
Which is probably like half the battle of a wedding photographer.
Like so much of the ceremony, I'm like, where are you even standing? Like, where's the photographer even standing to have gotten this photo and not be in the back of other direction? You know what I mean? Like
a zoom lens.
Crazy. A crazy.
Optical zoom. How do you, okay, hold on. How do you deal with that? Because you at least have a general, like, I feel like you are more intentional when you would like to look good for photos than I am. I'm more just like, I hate this, I'd like it to stop.
I know.
So, how did that impact you? Or how does that impact you when you're in moments like that?
I love taking photos. What do you mean?
Right, but like, are you able to like still be social and take photos?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
I'm like, let me just make sure. The only thing I think I really am aware of, I'm like, let me make sure that I'm not like hunchback. I think about my posture a little more, I would say.
I think we could all learn from that.
Yeah. Like, I don't think that's a bad trait too, because I probably am giving myself back issues by not being aware.
Well, I think that you go to your first award show or a thing that's taped and like see yourself in stills looking like,
oh yeah, like and evenings like
Never
that,
again.
I like think about my posture a lot because I know that like there's just cameras everywhere, and not specifically taking photos of me, but like if I catch myself in the back and I'm slumped over like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, I'm gonna be pissed at myself, being like, bitch, stand the fuck up, put your shoulders back.
It's not the Paris Olympics.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. This one is interesting. This is more of an advice question. My hubby recently told me that he feels like he's an accessory to me. How do I show him that he's not?
Ooh.
That's sad.
Well, you want to start?
No, go ahead.
Well, what do you think she's saying?
Well, I think that I think that her approach is great. Like, how do I show him that he's not an accessory? Right. It's not like, how do I tell him that he's not? Because it's not about telling him, it's about showing. It's about showing him, which I think is the important part here.
But I feel like this is a common sentiment and becoming more and more common amongst like, well, maybe we're just getting older and have like watched this happen to our couple friends, or even just like hear of this or see this or whatever else. But like, I think this is such a crucial like issue impacting so many couples.
And so what do?
I mean, I also think that like the fact that he said that is huge.
Sure.
And this feels like an iceberg moment where like you see the little cap at the top, but there's like a big body of problems that are probably underneath that aren't even being addressed. Mm-hmm. But I do think like figuring out a way that he can feel like he can continue to show or talk or discuss about, feeling like an accessory, half the issue. Because like this becomes an issue of he needs to be able to reframe to himself that he is not, which very much is on him. And although you could do things together and make sure that it feels like there's an ebb and flow, at the end of the day, like it's going to be up to him to like reframe that and relearn that in his mind as to how he understands how he exists and who he is within the relationship.
I was thinking that without context of like what kind of social situations where he feels like this the most is probably tough for us to kind of like pick apart and figure out like where the main issue is.
Yeah.
Because like if it's a situation where he feels like when his wife is being social with other people, he feels like an accessory, or if it's because she's taking too many photos and like wants him just like as arm candy or like doing specific poses in photos.
But it doesn't necessarily have to be anything she's doing. There's also part of like, I think guys feeling like an accessory means that they don't know how to do what their partner is doing in sense of like creating these social opportunities or doing things that like makes them feel like they are like actively participating. Because what you don't want is like, well, okay, like I will do whatever you want to do. Tell me what you want.
Right.
And even the question of like, oh, now I have to come up with the thing that's going to make me feel better, and she's okay to do it, but I don't even know what I'm supposed to be. That is enough for like a lot of guys to be like, you know what? Never mind. I don't know.
I take it all back.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
That was stupid. In fact, I don't bring this up again. So it's like there's a little bit of I don't know. It could be her. But I would go on a limb and say it's not, if it is her, it's not only her.
Right.
And even beyond that, it's less about like what she can adjust and more like how do we find a way for him to feel like there's something that he can actively be in control over that he doesn't necessarily like, need to get right the first time in order for it to like become a thing that he does, they do.
Right. It could even just be a situation of like if someone's more extroverted when you're out in the wild, like in public, and the partner is more introverted, it can feel like you're the plus one on the outside of a social scenario.
Totally. But also just like, why does it seem like she's the only person that continues to come up with things socially for us to do? And it's like, that's something that you have to like look inward and think about as a guy.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true.
But the more debt you build up and the longer it's been,
the
harder it is to get back to get to anywhere part of like what you even used to be versus like where you should even start to begin with. And I think it's very easy to get in over your head and like, just think.
One of our friends yesterday, we were at Pickleball literally every story just starts with Pickleball, I swear to God. It's our entire social life, and so apologies in advance. But it's not Pickleball related. It was more so connected to like when you said something about how it should be on him to also create social opportunities for there to be more balance, whatever. And so we were playing Pickleball with, there would be myself, you, and 4 other guys. 2.5 which are in other relationships with women.
You had to say the half.
2.5. Yeah.
We'll leave that there.
And one of them, his girlfriend was going to come, but then she wasn't feeling well. But she sent him to Pickleball with like this beautiful bag of this fruit platter and this like healthy popcorn and Gatorade. And it was just like, you could be like, if you're gonna do one thing, just make sure you come back with the fucking bag.
Hey, take all this and remember to take it.
Bring it.
And show them that this is available early on.
And make sure everyone gets a Gatorade.
But you bring this bag
bring this bag home. And so not only was there that, but I also, because we've been playing Pickleball like in the freaking peak Satan's asshole of heat in the daytime from like 2 to 5 p.m. I bought this amazing...
She means it's hot. I mean
that it's fucking hot. It's really hot and there's sun and there's no shade. Yes. So I bought this pop-up tent. It's incredible. And it's like such an easy build or whatever. And so you just like freaking pop it up. And so we were sitting in the shade eating the fruit. And one of the guys who also has a girlfriend, he was like, it's crazy. Like men are just so stupid. I was like, if you just left us to our own devices, we would just be out here dehydrated, just baking in the sun. We would just die.
Hunter,
we
gatherer.
Would just die.
Gather, hunter. Hunter, gather. Yeah, no.
I kind of feel like me and the other girlfriend were doing both the hunting and the gathering, though.
Well, that's because the future's female.
The future's female.
We're here taking a part of it.
Slay.
You've allowed us to get even lazier.
But I was like, yeah, true. I was like, me and the girlfriend who weren't even there, really keep holding it down.
If I were to rely on you for hydration, I would be screwed.
I bring way more water Pickleball than you do. Have you seen my blue freaking
I bring
jug?
My Stanley with 2 separate Essentia bottles ready to go. So it's a full Stanley, and then I drain both of them into that every single time we leave.
I think my blue bottle holds more than that, though.
That's like 3 liters.
I think my blue bottle is 3 liters.
Lies.
I really think it is.
I don't know why we're even doing this podcast anymore. We should be just doing that.
And just be doing
that.
Go measuring water.
You really think that you have a 3-liter bottle?
It's huge. The giant one, everyone is always like, what the fuck? That thing is gigantic.
And do you drink the whole thing?
What?
Do you drink the whole thing?
No, because there's not a convenient bathroom at that pickleball court. But in Beverly Hills, I do because the bathroom there is quite nice.
I think it's laughable that you think that your hydration is on my level.
Anyways, you're welcome for getting a wonderful pop-up tent, and thank you to our friend's girlfriend for providing us some wonderful and refreshing fruit, Jeremy. Say thank you.
Thank you. I've also ordered an addition to your pop-up tent. You're gonna love it.
What is it?
It's a clip-on battery-powered fan just to keep the air circulating underneath it. And it clips onto the bottom of it, so you can either point it up so that the air goes up
God,
or
we're gonna
down.
have to like buy a freaking trolley cart to get all our shit to the pickleball court from the car.
Do
soon.
we get a Jeep?
No. No, we definitely don't get a Jeep.
Okay.
Wait,
Do we get a Land Cruiser?
no.
Okay.
You want to go back to the land of gas cars?
No.
I
Fine.
didn't think so.
We'll get a Cybertruck.
Oh
Ew,
God.
gross.
I am fucking loving that raccoons are breaking into Cybertrucks because they think that they are a dumpster to get to the food. That
No
is
comment.
so fucking funny. Like that is hysterical.
Elon lost me on the Cybertruck.
Oh my God. I mean, it's hideous. Every time one rolls by, especially like a plain silver one, and I'm like, God.
They're all plain silver.
Damn.
It's the only color you can get.
No,
them
no,
in.
but I feel like in LA we've seen so many that
Sure.
are like freaking pimped out and they're like
Right.
crazy colors.
But still, that's like they sell trash can silver.
It's literally trash can silver. That's exactly what it is.
Right.
And so anyways, raccoons are really fucking them up and ripping them apart to get inside.
Speaking of raccoons, go ahead.
Is this a bird buddy, Sugu?
Yes.
Oh my God. Early birthday present.
We're going back to this soon, and this can be no longer than 45 seconds, but go.
Jeremy got me this bird feeder that has a camera in it. It's called Bird. It's called Bird Buddy, and it captures a little mini postcard with a video and a bunch of photos of every visitor to your bird
Should we
feeder.
show off our first one?
Oh, I would love to. I'm gonna pop some photos up. I got my first squirrel this morning. Big day. Big day.
I don't think you want that.
Why not?
Because I think he's gonna eat everything.
That's okay.
No. Remember what Mark Rober did?
Yeah.
Yeah. He went through great effort to get rid of those things. Regardless, I do think we're going to have some prime bird feeding pictures coming on. I love that it's solar powered.
And so as soon as one bird visits 3 times, I can name them as well too. And so it'll keep track of certain birds who have come back and visited.
I will say, I think that it's guessing a little bit more than it is anything else.
Yeah, because it also like it identifies the type of bird. It was like a brown.
So like assume that actually,
called?
let's do this. So go ahead and show the picture of, the first bird that showed up.
Yeah.
And the name that it,
Brown-headed cowbird
and then the next bird that showed up.
was a house finch and California towhee.
And one more.
And we're back to California towhee,
Right.
house finch.
Right. So do those look like the same bird to you?
That's, I think, the same bird.
If I could get a Tilly who has a background in, oh boy.
Aviation.
What?
Bird specialist?
Or the,
Name?
how do
Whoa. Or I don't think I knew
or
this.
yes.
Ornithologist.
Yes, an ornithologist.
That sounds like something for teeth for sure. That sounds like orthodontics. It's too close to orthodontics.
Ornithology. You're an ornithologist now, Lauren. Or you're casually into ornithology.
There's also a birdologist.
That sounds like just made up. Birdologist.
Oh, an avian expert. I was close. Bird watchers are avian experts who know how to tell birds apart. This is me.
Anyway,
This is me. Yes, we had our first squirrel, and then we had a dark-eyed junco this morning. But
What?
it was just his butt.
what do they call him?
A junco. That feels rude, right?
It
it's
feels
just
breedist.
his
Is what
butt.
it feels. Oh,
But
that's
his
also
tail
that's
feathers
the
are
same
quite
fucking
nice.
bird.
I don't think it is.
Okay,
I guess we just haven't seen him from
I
this
think he's
angle.
too stupid to turn around and eat.
Anyways, they got the squirrel right at least.
Well, Lauren also wanted to put this underneath like our house by the entrance to like our backyard. And I was
Yeah.
like, what do you no, you're not putting this underneath the like overhang. You're going to put this away from the house.
Anyway, people have asked what we've been doing since being married, and this is what we've been doing: is looking at our camera bird feeder.
Yeah. Kids coming soon, next 30 years or so.
Oh my God, that also, I should have started with that. That's every single fucking question, obviously, is when are you having children?
And next time I get asked when the kids are coming, we show them our new bird feeder.
Our new bird feeder, exactly.
Yeah, equipped with solar rechargeable cameras, and they'll go, okay, got it. So not for a while.
Yeah. Actually, I do have a question for the Tillies, though. If anyone is...
They're asking us questions. That's not how this works.
Right, okay, so, right. But now I would like to
Question, answer. Got it.
reciprocate, and then also... Do I have to come off birth control to get my egg
know.
count tested?
This feels like maybe not a question for like a general.
So we just Google this. We can just tackle my gyno health situation right now.
Go ahead and pull up the Canva you made.
Is that I feel like we probably need to get our fertility tested just to see where we're at,
Sure.
because we don't want to have children right now.
Correct.
And
No, you don't need to stop taking your
You
birth control
don't?
to get your egg count tested. You only have to stop taking birth control to freeze your
to
eggs.
freeze your eggs. Oh, slay.
You
Okay.
mean to go nut in a cup?
What?
You mean to go nut in a
Yeah,
cup?
okay, so we're gonna go nut in a cup and count
I
eggs.
mean, we're going to nut in a cup.
Well, you're gonna nut in a cup and I'm gonna get
Count
my
some
eggs
eggs?
counted. Yeah.
Is that, how do they do that?
I think an ultrasound usually.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, I can't wait to put the jelly on your belly and just go, look at this.
I
It's
think
a boy.
Maybe I'll forget to send you the calendar invite for that one.
I have so many questions. What's that? What's that? What does this do?
What organ is this?
Yeah, I'm down to nut in a cup.
Yeah. So, because I feel like we should probably go get things tested just to like make sure we're good to like, again, keep waiting.
And speaking of jobs I didn't get because I'm not a college graduate.
Yeah.
Sperm donor.
That's
Again,
crazy.
denied.
You know what though? I really think that your full head of hair should have made up for not having a full college
Well,
degree.
next time I'm broke and in my early 20s and would love a supplemental income.
How much would they have given you?
No idea.
I feel like it's not that much.
Depending on like if you're able to do it as often and your sperm count is good enough.
Uh-huh.
Will you look up UCLA sperm bank donation fee something?
Donation and fee feel like an opposite.
Yeah, something like that. It's my fee.
Payment.
Sure.
Payment. Reimbursement.
Stipend. Yeah, reimbursement.
Yeah, for the nut that you gave them.
The replenisher, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's not a lot.
Okay, guys, I get it.
It's like if you continuously do it once a month for 6 months, then you can get $4,000.
Oh,
I can tell you right now that that would have been more than enough to
Yeah.
get me interested at the time.
You get way more for donating an egg, but it's also a much more.
yeah, that's a
yeah.
much more
And-
crazy process.
I could probably donate at 9 sperm banks in a day if necessary.
God.
I'm kidding. That would, well, maybe at 24, maybe. Anyway.
Oh, this is a good one. What are your last 5 Amazon purchases? Let's go.
Oh boy, let me find them.
Oh man, I always forget that I have some pre-order books. So like I have a book arriving January 28th, Onyx Storm, which is the 3rd book in Fourth Wing series, arriving January 21st, and Daydream arriving August 27th, which is soon.
This is going to be the most me shit I've ever seen.
Go ahead, I can't wait.
Okay, let's start with the top. The very most recent purchase I made.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the name of this.
It's okay. Feel free to just give us the product category.
It's closed-end crimp terminals.
And that is
When you can shove a bunch of cords into one very specific plastic thing, crimp it down so that way all of them get the same signal flow at the same time.
that's exactly what I was thinking with the word crimp as well too.
That's right. Okay. And then the product below that, is 2 individual thermometer and temperature and humidity sensors to put into the boys' crates to make sure that they're never too hot. Because if they are, then the
We have
AC
to
will
turn the
automatically
AC,
kick.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
it'll kick on while we're gone.
Wow.
Yeah. I got a taller kitchen stool so that Lauren and her mother stop getting on a wobbly chair every time they want to get the top fucking bowl out from the top left and they're like on one leg hanging over the side. And I got a taller, what?
My hand is raised. I was just gonna say, Jeremy put a literal fucking stool that is about 4.5 inches tall.
9
and
inches.
He gets so mad when we don't use it. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't know what shelf you think this is getting me to with this fucking raising me up 2 inches. I've got heels taller than this. It'd be more helpful.
Again, the last time I said, I want you to just try it. See if you can get the popcorn using the stool. What happened?
I couldn't do it.
You could do it.
Oh yeah, but I can't get the paper towels.
Lies. All right. Oh God.
This is really good for you. Go ahead.
Well, I have a subscription for every other week to drop off more sparkling water for you.
I think we should cancel that. I feel like we're.
I already canceled it.
Oh, did you?
I did.
I feel like you should cancel the Essentia too because we've got so much water.
We don't have
Oh, that's not a subscription. Got it.
and then the last thing would be a. This isn't helping. The last thing is it's a pat. It's a ground isolator, so when you have a hum in your speakers and it's because there's like a grounding issue, you can lift the ground and so that it'll just pass the clean signal so that you don't hear like a when you turn your fucking things. Anyway,
Fucking
whatever. Point is, when our audio comes on and it is silent, you can thank Radial Engineering.
Thank you so
A
much, Radio
product of
Engineering.
Canada.
Slay. Oh,
You're welcome.
Canada.
What we can't thank Canada for is spying on other soccer practices.
Yeah, what the fuck, Canada?
That's fucked.
With a drone.
Yeah.
They lost a bunch of points. I thought they got fully eliminated though, but they didn't.
So they basically lost 6 points.
Yeah.
And which is like the equivalent of like getting into the Olympics twice or something ridiculous.
What
Yeah.
fucking so stupid.
It's not good.
Okay, my last 5 Amazon purchases. I've started a keychain collection on one of my purses. So I ordered a bedazzled pink mini pickleball racket keychain. It's like
Like a charm bracelet for your keys.
basically, yes.
Okay.
No, not for my keys, for my purse.
It's like
My
Pandora
purse.
for a purse.
No, much bigger. This keychain is probably like 4 inches tall.
Okay. What's 4 inches?
What?
What's 4 inches? Okay.
Is that not 4 inches?
No, I'm with you. Yeah.
No, that's not 4 inches. You're right. If this is
That's
like
not 4.
1, 2, this is not going well. Okay, anyways. And then I got some heart-shaped shot glasses because Jen Tran, Bachelorette extraordinaire,
shot girl.
loves a tequila shot.
Yep.
And so I figured that we would get some festive shot glasses
Love it.
because she's finding love. Oh, I've got a bird feeder filler funnel.
One more time.
Bird feeder filler funnel.
Okay.
Bird feeder filler funnel.
Okay.
I've got the canopy pop-up tent that we bring to the pickleball court. I've got my Wild Bird Ultra No Mess bird seed for Southern California birds.
Was your like married but celibate t-shirt?
And then I've got my Zesty Paws dog allergy relieved chews.
Amazing.
And a really adorable.
So like if anyone were to like just hijack this list, they would think that you live on a farm
yeah,
and then I work in
a fucking nerd factory.
industrial
Yeah.
electronics.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it's good. It's good. No, this is I think someone's Amazon purchase say a lot about them. Because I wouldn't say this is inaccurate
No.
reflections of either
No,
of us, to be
it's
honest.
spot on.
It's spot on.
Fixing problems and putting cuter things in place where other things used to be.
Yep.
That's basically us.
Exactly. Jeremy, who was your favorite Islander from season 6? Give us a name.
Islander.
From Love Island.
Can I have some options?
Fine. Actually, no. So will you pull up all of the men of the Bachelorette and Jeremy can pick a favorite just based on being just
I'd love to judge somebody by their cover.
by their looks.
Let's do it.
And then he's gonna recap this after we watch the episode tonight and we'll see how he feels.
God, all right.
I'm trying to find something that has like their names on it.
Nah, don't need them.
Nope.
I'll just point.
I might be able to tell you who it is, what their name is.
Interesting.
Because I'm a fan of the show and also been doing prep work for the episode, Haremy.
Okay, I get it.
What I will say is that there is a Jeremy on this season so far.
I am always embarrassed by Jeremy's.
And he's doing good. He's doing pretty well so far. Like, we don't hate him.
Can we do a quick scroll situation?
Sam, forgettable. Business in front, party in back. Okay.
Austin?
Devin, bored. Next.
I just want to say that Devin is my least favorite of this season.
Yeah, I like his over jacket coat thing. Grant, seems nice. Wow.
Jeremy!
Hate him already. Real estate investor, can't stand him.
I feel like you guys would be great friends.
We probably would be, but until
Yeah.
then, can't stand him. John, I want to hang with John. Jonathan, I'm in. Creative director,
Jonathan
too
showed
ambiguous.
up with his full butt cheeks out on the opening season.
Not my favorite look. Okay, Marcus, I like the style. Sam N. No. And I don't know, only because I there's something about a short sleeve button down that just doesn't
Rubs
quite,
you the wrong way.
Yeah.
I understand.
Spencer, what smells bad?
He's a pet portrait entrepreneur. That's his job.
Remember, actually, you were there for them when we watched that episode.
I love the ingenuity. Because I have such little crossover in our skill sets.
Sure.
I'm not sure. Actually,
For sure have pet portrait products that we've been gifted, though.
I have dog.
You have dog.
He has artistry.
Yeah.
All right, Spencer, you're back in. Thomas N. Wow, tattoo. From Georgia. Nothing stands out. Sorry.
I think
Aaron.
that's everyone left.
That's everyone.
right?
Yeah, Aaron went home last episode.
Yeah, fuck Aaron. Mullet guy.
Austin.
Yeah. Him.
Woohoo! Okay.
Yeah, business in the front. Yep, that guy. Yeah. San Diego, great. A sales exec, I love this guy.
You love this guy.
I love this guy.
Yeah.
You know why? He knows how to get things done.
So far, Austin has been, he's like not involved in any of the drama. I would say he's like, he's a sleeper contestant.
Wait, how old's Jen?
Jen is 26.
Got it. Okay. Perfect.
Okay, so Jeremy's going to circle back with his predictions in the next episode now that he's put Austin at the forefront.
I gotta be honest, I'm gonna be judgy tonight. I'm gonna be judgy.
As you should. I think you should take notes.
I'm gonna go in full judge.
I think you should take notes tonight when we watch the episode, and then when we see Jen this week, you can give
Go
her
through
a full
each
rundown,
one.
and then just really hope that the one that you roasted is not going to be her fiance at the end.
I've got a pretty decent, well, that could go so many ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know.
You know.
Also, someone does, it's like people have their villain era sometimes at the end, people that you loved at the beginning, and they become a little shithead by the end.
Because they run out of bullshit.
Yeah,
powder.
exactly.
They're like,
exactly.
I'm just gonna start letting my personality fly.
Or
It
they're
sucks.
going crazy because they've been without their phone for so long.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, that's going to be all next episode, and I'm so excited.
Honestly, if I'm going to go into the Bachelor Nation for the first time,
Yeah.
this is the way to do it.
I'm so glad. This is what it took for me to get Jeremy to watch the episode tonight.
Right. And I appreciate you for this.
Yeah. I appreciate you for this.
Love you.
Love you.
Latvia. We'll see you next week. Until then.
Goodbye.
Bye.